Good evening, everyone. We are live at Ernest Whited Stadium, where tonight's seniors are currently being recognized. We have a battle of the Eagles tonight. Gibbs versus Seymour. They're hosting Seymour in a critical district matchup. I'm Tim Borf alongside Bud Blake, who is back in the booth. Bud, good to have you back. Gibbs is sitting 1-1 in the region, 3-3 overall. They're tied with third with Halls in the standings. Evergreen's critical at this point, but this last home game is a big one.
Yeah, they're all big at this point, Tim, going through the rest of the season. They've got a lot to play for, trying to get a little home field advantage, trying to get into the playoffs, but then get home field advantage once you can get there. Senior night tonight, honoring the seniors, both the football team and the band. And I'll tell you what, our band's going to be depleted next year. I hope we've got a feeder program coming up and fill that out. We got pretty much 100 yards worth of seniors here lined up across the field one by one.
Yep. Well, it's senior night, it's homecoming, and we're going to bring you all the action. You're watching the Clear Springs Sports Network.
And now your 2018.
Thanks for tuning in and watching our broadcast tonight. I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. Generally, on Friday nights in the fall, you can find me under the lights somewhere in East Tennessee on a football field. But on Sundays, you can find me and my family here worshiping at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We want to invite you and your family to join us too. Sunday school, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning worship at 10:15. Sunday nights we gather at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays at 6:30. This is my personal welcome for you and your family to visit us at Clear Springs Baptist Church.
We are live back at Gibbs High School. Bud, I know you had a chance to watch last week. Ethan Humphreys had another big week last week.
Yeah, big week. Well over 130, close to 150 yards, I think, on the ground. Nominated for a couple of different awards this week. I'm not sure if he actually won any, but the nomination itself just speaks to what he was able to do. So, real proud of this Gibbs running game. Hopefully that we can continue that. I talked with Coach this week. I actually talked with Coach Turner, and I talked with previous Coach Conley this week. And just talking to him about the amount of hours that it takes to put in 25 hours worth of work in a 24-hour day, basically trying to be a dad, be a parent, be a coach, be a teacher, all those things rolled into one. It's next to impossible. But talking to Coach Turner about how our team's doing in the trenches speaks a lot. No great running back is anything without a great line. And I think that our defensive line and our offensive line done a great job throughout all the past few games. We were just talking mainly about how not to get behind.
Yeah.
Well, eventually you're going to give 14 points to a team that you can't get it back from. So hopefully we've got that interview dialed up here and we can get to the interview with Coach Turner. But that was the things we talked about this week was not giving up points and how good the line play was.
Let's take a look at that interview, Bud.
All right, Bud Blake here with Clear Springs Sports Network, Coach. Good win this week.
Thanks, sir.
Awesome game. Question I've got in my mind is I see this gray in your chin. Is it spreading from giving up points every week?
I tell you, it's been a struggle this year, and it seems like we play from behind every game. I think we're starting to figure it out a little bit. Hopefully this week we put that together and maybe not get behind. Hopefully.
So do you talk to your guys about that? At what point can you stop giving up points that early? Because you're going to eventually face somebody that can't come back.
I mean, I've been surprised thus far of being able to come back like we have and to have an answer. But hopefully we start out with a good game plan and eliminate those mistakes at the beginning.
Well, they play 4 full quarters. They play with 100% all the time, and attitude reflects leadership. So good job, Coach.
Thanks, man.
Good luck this week. We appreciate your time. I know you're busy, so thank you again.
All right, thank you.
We're back. Bud, while the band takes the field here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
They did such a good job last week with special teams. They did a lot better than the week before, and I think that really helped them in the game.
Yeah, I think so, and we didn't talk about that much this week because of that. So when you're not talking about it, it's a non-issue. So still focused on penalties, focused on giving up that early first quarter lead. So we'll watch the band here and let them do their thing and observe our moment of silence here momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we invite you to stand for a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. And gentlemen, please remove your caps as the Gibbs Concert Choir, under the direction of Mr. Will Breimer, sings our national anthem.
A little different tonight. That was good, though.
Yeah, it was. My daughter was down there in that, so I enjoyed. She actually waved at me. I was surprised she was going to throw the hand up there and give me a shout. So tickled about that. But yeah, going back to talking about the special teams, it's not really been an Achilles heel, so to speak, but it's just nicked us right when we didn't need it, it seems like. So glad to not be talking about that this week. So hopefully we don't have to talk about it again next week.
Well, one thing I'd like to see tonight out of Gibbs is not to get in that hole. It seems like against, Campbell County, against Sevier County last week, they give up 2 touchdowns, and then you're trying to claw yourself back. Now, they've done a good job at doing that, but you're not going to be able to do that week in and week out and expect to get in a hole like that and be able to just recover. They get their running game going. They make good adjustments. Got to credit the coaching staff for doing that. But I'd really like to see them come out and maybe hold them or maybe even get on the scoreboard themselves.
Yeah, and some of that's in Coach's Keys to the Game here. We'll bring that stat up and talk to that just a little bit. One of the things that we talked about with the Keys to the Game was controlling the clock, and you'll see that on there. Winning the turnover battle, don't give up big plays, but controlling the clock is a big thing to Gibbs. They want to wear teams down, and as we've noticed throughout the weeks, our success is coming late in the game.
Yeah.
We're wearing them down. We're keeping that defense on the field, and that's what Coach wants to do, and that's historically a great plan of football, right? You just wear them down. So, and that's their approach. Not really a fun and gun team. Just wear them out and kind of rope-a-dope them, so to speak.
Well, it's good, too, that Gibbs is able to make some adjustments on defense. Last week they had a couple of big plays on defense. They had the safety down here early in the game. And, you can't really take anything away from their defense.
No, and I can't take anything away from the line play either. I know we go into that as Seymour's taking the field here. You see them trotting on. Gibbs is fixing to come out. But line play, line play, line play. You and I are old, so I'm not going to use the old cliche that we could run through these holes. But at the same time, these guys aren't running if the blocking both in the trenches and downfield. Wide receivers are blocking well. Everybody's doing their job. So it's assignment football on offense, and they're doing a good job of it. They just got to not give up that early lead because we're starting to reach teams now that you're not going to get it back from.
Well, you know this team, you know they're going to come fired up. It's the last home game for the seniors, and you know they're going to be fired up.
Yeah. Yeah, we had, I kind of lost count there. I think we had about 19 seniors on this team. And that's going to hurt us next year. We got 19 playing seniors, 19 seniors that are on the field. So, and a lot of these kids are the ones that we look to every week and talk about their drive, their heart, their intensity, their no-quit attitude. And that's something that you can't replace. You got to hope it just grows.
Yeah. Let's talk about Seymour just a little bit. They're 0-3 in the region, 2-4 overall. You know, even their wins have been really close games, so they've kind of had a pretty good challenge this season.
Yeah, and you know, you got to remember the fact Gibbs has not blown anybody out, right? I mean, we've been in some fairly close games too, the losses and the wins. And I think Seymour is in a lot of that same position. This is a team you got to respect tonight. You can't let their record make you think you're going to win this ball game. They're going to have to play their A game to be successful tonight.
Well, I don't know if the team has really looked at the implications of what this game could mean tonight. You've got a team that, you know, Halls is playing. They're playing. Who are they playing? They're playing Campbell County, I believe.
Campbell County.
And so, you know, that's actually no, they're playing South Dole tonight.
Okay.
So you know, you got the leader of the region playing Halls, who you're tied with in the division, and so you know you're going to have big implications to this game. If they win, Halls loses, that puts you in the driver's seat.
Right, because you've still got a head-to-head game with Halls too coming.
Yeah.
So we're counting on playing well that game and winning it. Right, we want to win out at this point. And I'll tell you what, the coaching staff has done a phenomenal job. I think they've coached with the athletes that they've got, done a good job with it. And the kids are playing hard, they're buying in, and that's some of the things that you want. You want the kids to buy in with the coaches, and the coaches to be doing their job right.
Yeah.
And so far, I've not had any complaints this year other than the penalties. I don't know how you fix that at this level, never having experience coaching at the high school level. I don't know how you beat it in their head, but you just got to quit it.
Well, I think regardless, Gibbs is in charge of their own destiny at this point.
Yeah.
They could really, you know, kind of set their own course here. So
they got the coin toss going here, you know, and we've had pretty good luck of getting to have the ball in the second half. And as bad as I'm going to hate myself because I'm a guy that loves to get the ball in the second half, I almost wonder with us giving up early leads if it wouldn't be a little advantageous to take the ball and see if we can drive down the field, put some points on the board, and maybe turn the tables on the other team.
Yeah. Well, while they get set here, we're going to take a quick break, folks. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one coming. We'll be right back. Back to Gibbs High School. Folks, we want to ask you right now, before this game gets started, go ahead and share this broadcast. Even if you happen to be in attendance and just checking it out, go ahead and share it. Let's try to get as many people online for this last home game for the Eagles. They have elected to receive here, and so Barnes will be deep. As we take the field, we got about 15 seconds. Just as an apology, we want to apologize that our clock is not going to be showing up on our broadcast tonight. We'll make sure that we announce what the time is a lot and keep you up to speed on what how much time is left in each quarter. So
I'd like to give a shout-out to my boy Shane Bales tonight, watching us, class of 96, so he's an old guy like us, but I know he's out there. And this is the reason, folks, that we ask you to share. People like that have played for Gibbs, went to Gibbs, maybe didn't have the opportunity to get to the game tonight they normally come, or they live out of state, traveling, vacation. This is a big time of the year for that. So that's why we want to get folks to share it as much as possible so that everybody can see it, people that are in your networks. But shout out to Shane, good friend of mine. Love that guy to death.
As they take the field here, it is football time at the crossroads. Kick goes deep to Barnes. Nope. Pretty good return.
Good return there on special teams, out to about the 28, 27-yard line.
Well, Gibbs will take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So we're going to get to test my theory, even though I'm going against myself here. I typically like to take the ball in the second half, but we'll see if this can resolve our issue of falling behind a couple scores early in the game like it's been happening.
You know, it seems like the last few games, it takes a little bit of time for that running game to get going. And
It does, and we've played bigger lines than what we're playing tonight. That doesn't take away from the athleticism, but we have played a bigger line than what we're facing right now. So starting out the gate right up the middle for about 4 yards.
Yep. So Ethan Humphrey. So there was a flag. Looked like there was a penalty on the play.
Yeah, you got to love it when that laundry hits the ground.
I think he signaled holding, but we'll see. We'll wait for the call here. Face mask. Okay.
Got one of those incidentals there, maybe.
So it looks like it's a 5-yard penalty. One thing I do want to mention, we got some clarification on what happened last week. We had a little bit of a discrepancy on our game. We want to mention that there was a pass interference penalty on a touchdown. And I found out this week that if there is a penalty on a touchdown, the team that is penalized, the other team actually can take that penalty on either the extra point or the kickoff, regardless if there's a touchdown, whether it's a live ball or a dead ball foul.
Yeah, and that's going to be a first down sponsored by You're Kidding Me there, straight up the middle. But, yeah, so they get the choice, basically.
Yeah, they do.
But that's only on a scoring play.
That's correct.
And am I correct? Now, there's no such thing as an automatic first down if we've got a pass interference out on the field. If it merits a first down, then it is, but there's no such thing as an automatic first down with a pass interference anywhere else on the field.
Even in a personal foul, from my understanding.
Right. I think that's kind of a rule in high school football. We're getting this good run there around the outside edge. Gibbs breaking perimeter there.
Yeah, so direct snap to Barnes on that play. It's going to be real close. It's going to be a first down.
Do you call that the Wild Eagle formation? I kind of feel like I'm at Dollywood when I say that. Oh.
Yeah, so we do have a holding call on that, holding on the offense, and it's going to back them up.
Indication is holding against the Eagles.
They are going to basically start again. So
yeah, first and a bit. 1st and 19, I think is what it's looking like here.
Yeah.
Always worries you when you get a run that big. Was everything clean?
Yeah.
And evidently it wasn't that time. I didn't see it, but we got another whistle here on the field.
Let's see what this call is.
It's too early in the game for these Zebras to be getting tired and stopping play.
Looks like we're going to have a time correction on the clock. Right now the clock shows 11:17 in the first quarter. So looks like they're just wanting a reset through the 25-second clock.
Resetting the play clock. This is becoming seems like a week in, week out thing with the clock and the referees. They keep that on the field, so that's something that when there is something going on, they have a guy down there that actually updates the time. Now we got an officer making his way to the field here. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Official timeout.
He's going to escort a referee up to us or what?
While we're trying to get this sorted out, we are going to take a quick timeout with them, and we'll be right back.
Clear Springs will be hosting a revival with evangelist C.T. and Becky Townsend on October 14th through the 17th. During the revival, the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir and Orchestra will provide the special music during each service. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there.
And all of his love the pen of the writer.
So welcome back to Ernest White Stadium, where we are still trying to figure out. Looks like we have some clock issues again this week. Right now the clock is showing 11:17, but we're not 100% sure if that is correct at the moment.
Yeah, we've got a ref in the booth with us here. He's going to start keeping the clock from up here. So when that happens, they bring the ref up top instead of using the wireless thing that they've got down on the field. So gives me another opportunity to kind of literally poke at the refs while they're up here. I'll give him a cookie or something, and we'll keep him fed.
But your screen is correct. It is 1st and 19 for the Eagles at the 38-yard line. They started this drive about where they're at now. They had a pretty sizable game, but they were called for holding, and so it brought it back to make it 1st and 19. So they've corrected the clock. We're looking at 10:47 left to go in this first quarter. 1st and 19 from the 29. Looks like we're going to get back under play here.
Yeah, so to keep it fair, they got the ref up here. Here we go. We got the
Another
Wild Eagle formation again. Snap to Barnes coming near side. Looks like we might have got a little bit of a horse collar there, but I guess could have been jersey.
Not a whole lot on that carry, maybe 4 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and about 15.
Like riding the Wild Eagle there, the way they took him down.
Yep.
Been to Dollywood, Tim?
I have been to Dollywood.
You rode the Wild Eagle?
I have.
It's my favorite ride.
It's a good ride.
We go without the kids a lot.
Probably one of the smoothest roller coasters I've ever been.
It is. I don't think that was too smooth what happened to Barnes just then. He got slung down. But
So Humphreys is back in the backfield. 10:07 left to go in this first
Barnes
quarter.
in motion. Going to give it to the Bulldog. Humphreys right up the middle for about 3.5 yards.
So it looks like they're at the original line of scrimmage here. 9:57 left to go in this first quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
You know, taking the holding penalty out of the question, it's hard for either team, not just Gibbs, but hard for Gibbs and Seymour to kind of get settled in early to a game when you have a clock malfunction just a couple minutes in. You got to take a 5-minute break, get everything sorted out. So tough spot to be in here for both teams.
Yeah, it's hard to get in a rhythm when you're having to do that.
Yeah, and probably to be biased, it's probably easier for defense. We got a little laundry on the field here. Not sure if that's going to be a hold or.
See what the call here. Yep, he's signaling holding on the offense. So that's.
And it was unnecessary hold too. He was done clear of the play there. That's something that you got to talk to your team about. So I don't know if you're Seymour, if you don't decline this, it's going to be 4th and 10 right there, or if they're going to accept that and let that be.
Penalty is declined. It's 4th.
Yeah, it is. They are going to decline it, so it's going to be 4th and 10 from the 38. So Gibbs will bring the punt team on.
So I talked to Coach about some defensive strategy this week. I was asked not to bring it up, but we have some defensive strategy, and we just don't want to mention it on air right now. But look for good things come. Got close to that punt there by Spangler. They almost had a hand on that. Good punt.
Good bounce.
Yeah, that's going to roll inside the 10, right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, so that's great punt.
Yeah, awesome job. So it's going to be 1st and 10, Seymour bringing out 10, and we'll see what this defense can do to hold them.
Yeah, you would like to get a good early start here. You know, obviously you had some penalties there that stalled that offense, but you really like to have your defense just come out here and get a 3 and out, give your offense another opportunity.
Yeah, and get some momentum.
Yeah.
You know, we had a big play that could have really gained some momentum for us over on the sideline, brought back by holding call. So Gibbs has done a good job late in the game, creating a little momentum with defense and getting that attitude, that hype on the sideline. So see if we can get some of that early today. Looks like they're going to run a little bit of a spread formation here.
Well, we've seen this for the last 3 weeks, so Gibbs is pretty familiar with it.
I think we're the only team that doesn't do it. Short pass out there, going to be about a 7-yard gain, actually.
Pretty good pass.
Done. So set up with wide receiver blocking downfield.
You know, and obviously the coaches are doing their thing, but from what we see up here, typically once Gibbs starts putting pressure on the quarterback, that's when their defense starts playing a lot better. Now, obviously, the way to kill that is to have quick passes like that one.
Well, it's a high risk, high reward, right? So if you put that pressure on and you get burnt, it's probably going for 6.
Yeah.
On the opposite end of it, you're getting a sack for 4 or 5 yards and getting that momentum. So it is a high risk, high reward situation. I think that was actually verbiage that Coach used this week when we were talking about putting pressure on teams.
So Gibbs got a call for offsides there, so it's going to give the Seymour Eagles a first down.
So it seems like every week, Tim, we're right here in this same boat.
Yeah.
We're here staring down the face of penalties early in the game, costly penalties. You know, we had one bring back a 15-yard run, and now we're getting pinned them down to the 10, and we've let them creep out to 22 on penalties.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 10 with 8:18 left to go in this first quarter from the 22-yard line.
Still in the shotgun spread formation. Going to hand that one off right up the middle in a draw play.
He's got some room to run.
And he's got some wheels on him. Don't like that high tackle right there. If that doesn't work out, he's still running.
But a great game for Seymour. It's going to put him out in Gibbs territory with 8:01 left to go in this first quarter.
Tim, we're working. I think we've got the clock back up here. So
okay.
We've got that back on.
Yeah.
So those of you at home, the clock is correct at the bottom of your screen.
It is going to be 1st and 10 for Seymour at the 45-yard line.
Hoping to see a little pressure here. And they bring it. And they're going to get him, right? So they're going to be a no gain.
Yeah, that's a good tackle by Justin Summers.
He ran about 40 yards there for a gain of nothing, so that's what you want with that pressure.
Yep. So good defense by Gibbs to get a stop here. It's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 44-yard line of Gibbs. Got to be careful here not to call Eagles all night because that can refer to either team.
Yes, we got Seymour Eagles and the Gibbs Eagles on the field. Those of you not familiar, some of you probably are, but I like the glare coming off those Seymour helmets tonight. We had that back when I was a youngster. Good pressure, got to drop him for a 2-yard loss there.
Yeah, that's going to be a W's big play with the sack there for
Albino. So it's Albino on the sack. Manchild, he put him on the ground pretty hard right there.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 12.
So this is what we wanted.
Yes.
This is what we wanted. I'd really like to have this happen down there on the 10 where we started, but it is what we wanted. We're out about midfield, and we're holding them.
You just don't want a silly penalty here. You don't want to jump off sides, give them a free 5 yards or anything like that.
Talk about it all the time at every level. They talk about cashing in on those 3rd and long situations. You've got to hold the situation you put yourself in. They're going to throw one downfield.
It's going to be caught.
Defender turned around, looked for the ball just a little bit too late. He wasn't able to get eyes on it. He played it properly. He was in tight, but that's what you don't want to happen. See this at too many levels, Tim.
Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Seymour Eagles with 6:27 left to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was well played by the Gibbs defender. Just got to get that head around just a half a second quicker. He's actually in position to make a play on that ball for an interception. Just didn't get his head around quite quick enough. So, see what Seymour staying in this spread formation. Going to run that draw again. Smothered. If they can bring him down in the backfield, yeah, they get him.
Yeah, another good play by the Eagles on that.
Looks like they're wrestling for the ball there. Seymour's going to retain it, but Gibbs is going after it. That was Bryson Schoen in there trying to wrestle that ball away from him.
Yep, so not a whole lot on that. Actually, a little bit of a loss. Probably going to be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, so Gibbs really needs to push him back. I'm not sure what Seymour's capable of field goal wise. Typically at this level, you're out of field goal range right now, though we've seen some long ones this year. So want to try to pin them back here and keep getting that penetration, keep pressuring that quarterback, but not give up that long play.
So Gibbs is bringing the rush, but
it's going to be in no man's land there. Don't have a guy out there. I don't know if that was miscommunication or the quarterback worried about that ground he was about to land on.
yeah, there wasn't anybody in the vicinity of that one.
He had to get rid of that one quick. Credit that one to the defensive push up front and getting those linemen back in the quarterback's face.
Got another 3rd and long situation here. You'd really like to see him get off the field.
You've got to cash in on these.
I don't know what kind of kicker that Seymour has, whether or not kind of leg he has, but they're kind of in that middle road territory of whether make it four downs or not.
Yeah, and you know Gibbs typically in this situation goes ahead. 'Cause, I mean, what are you going to punt it 10 yards?
Yeah.
So you typically do it. And we got good pressure on the quarterback here again, but he's able to get it off to a back out of the field, running back.
Oh, he missed a tackle. That is going to be a score for Seymour.
So let me go ahead and explain my analogy. It didn't work. We're still going to give up points, no matter whether we get the ball first half or second half.
Yeah. So with 5:09 left to go in the first quarter, Seymour is first on the board with a 25-yard scamper.
Broke some tackles, and be honest with you, the quarterback done a great job getting that pass off. He had a lineman dragging him down as he tossed that ball out to the running back.
I think that was just poor tackling by the Gibbs Eagles.
And that's something that going to be offsides on Gibbs. But that's something they're going to watch all night long. Seymour's bringing that running back out of the backfield and tossing it to him. So if we're going to bring pressure, we're going to have to account for him.
So we got a little bit of a discussion here with the coach. Not sure. They can either, I think they're probably discussing whether they take it on the extra point or take it on the kickoff.
If it's an option, you take this on the kickoff. I mean, what's a half a yard?
Right, unless you're going to go for 2.
Yeah. So I think the refs are just taking a break, Tim. They're generally old. They get tired. I mean, go over, talk to coach for a minute, walk back, So we got one up here sitting in a chair.
So they are going to take the 5 yards on the extra point.
Waiting for the snap here to see at the kick. And the kick looks good from here. Yeah, signal from the refs, it's good. So
kick is good. So Seymour's going to be up 7-0 early. We're going to go to a quick break, folks. We'll be right back.
Clear Springs will be hosting a revival with evangelist C.T. and Becky Townsend on October 14th through the 17th. During the revival, the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir and Orchestra will provide the special music during each service. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there.
And all of his love, if the pen of the
Welcome back to the campus of Gibbs High School, folks. If you are just joining us, you actually missed a opening drive by the Eagles and by the Gibbs Eagles that stalled on some penalties, and Seymour just scored to take the lead in this game 7-0 with 5:09 left to go in the first quarter.
I'm ready for some football, Tim.
Yes.
This is I'm ready. We're not giving up 2 scores this week. We're going to march down the field. We're going to put points on the board. They're going to kick it deep. We're going to have a chance to return here. So up to the 20-yard line already. Runs into his own man and reverses field. Not much there, but
oh, he fumbled.
Yeah, I believe he was on the ground, Tim. They're going to call that down. Side note, while they're switching up here, I know you guys saw the advertisement there. CT and Becky Townsend are going to be at Clear Springs starting October the 14th and through the 17th. I'll tell you what, I've wanted to see him in person for a long time. I've seen a lot of stuff online. And so they came to Clear Springs earlier this year, and I was stoked about it, really excited, wanted to see them. My whole family came down with the flu. So still not seen them. I'm excited about it. So if you want to experience something, folks, if come on one of these nights that your home church doesn't have church, it's going to be a great experience.
Absolutely. So Gibbs will have it 1st and 10 from the 22.
Looks like Humphrey's Mad Dog up the middle there.
Going to gain about 5 yards or so.
He can fall for 2.
Good.
I mean, you know, if he gets the ball, he's going to fall for 2, unless it's busted in the backfield.
He just seems to get better and better as the game goes on.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing that I just can't be impressed enough, I don't think, by a lot of these players, not just Humphreys, but just their drive. Their continued effort for 4 quarters.
Yep.
And that's going to be Humphreys again, gaining another 3 or 4 yards.
It's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
So this is what we want. This is what plays into Gibbs, though, these 3rd and short situations. We don't play well with a 3rd and 12, though we have been successful at times this year. We've had some 3rd and 20-something and come out with a first down. But this is more our speed right here. But I think Seymour's going to know they got a lot of men in the box here.
Yep. So 3rd and 1.
Busted play there. Looked like he was looking for Humphreys, and he wasn't there.
Right. It looked like Humphreys went up the right side, and he was looking at him on the left side.
Yeah, so not sure if that's on the quarterback or the running back, but a little miscommunication there.
So it is going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like Coach is leaving him in there. He wants this. I think he's got confidence in his defense. I like it. This could bite you, but
might be trying to jump him off there. And
I believe he just did. There comes the laundry on the field. I don't know how that didn't get called from the other side. I've got some glasses in the truck for that ref. He may need them.
So we're going to assume that it is going to be offsides, and they are stepping it off. So that is going to be a first down. Kind of knew that maybe they were going to try to do that, especially when you're pinned back on your own 30 there.
Yep. Yeah, that's something that you got to be disciplined as a defense and know that that's coming.
Yeah. So it's 1st and 10 for Eagles, the Gibbs Eagles, nonetheless, from the 36-yard line.
I think what got them was the lack of hesitation. Gibbs didn't even think about it. They just lined up and went.
It's quarterback keeper Dalton Wright for almost 9 yards or so. Looks like they're going to mark him just short of that, of 8 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 2 with 3:05 left to go in the first quarter, trailing the Seymour Eagles by 7.
So we want to sustain a drive here. We want to chew up some of this clock, get in the second quarter, put points on the board, and I think if we can make a long, drawn-out game out of this, that's probably going to be 2 men in motion there against Gibbs. It's going to bring us back.
You know, they ran a similar play like that last week, and they called them for the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure where the miscommunication is. You almost think maybe that Barnes, maybe with it being a freshman, but you don't know.
Well, Barnes is in motion pretty much every play, and
that's a good point.
So I have to think that that's something that, and even as a coach, you have to take that in consideration because you've got muscle memory that happens when you're going in motion every play. And let's say that it was him that made that mistake right there. It's hard to fault him because he's in motion 90% of the time.
Right.
So here we are again. Fortunately, that wasn't a loss of down, so we've got 2 tries to get on here and get about 6-7 yards.
So 2nd and 7.
You can see Dalton Wright come around the edge here. He's got room to run. He's got green grass. Hold that football. Attaboy.
Great play by the Eagles.
Yeah, Dalton Wright's got some wheels on him. He's got good vision. I love to watch him run when he gets in the open field. So W's big play there coming out of that.
20-yard gain, you got to call that a big play.
Yeah. Really impressed with that play. The blocking as well, not just Dalton's run, but the blocking to set that up. And again, we continue to see blocking downfield.
So 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Handoff
Humphreys.
goes to Humphreys.
Falling forward for a couple there.
We do want to take another minute to remember our buddy over in across the pond there. Remember Jeremy and Tara.
Got Jeremy. Jeremy's due back, actually. I guess this coming week. I think he's due back somewhere around the 12th.
Okay.
So he's back somewhere around the 12th. I think Tara's got a little bit longer than that.
Be good to have him back.
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I see him all the time, but I'm looking at his brother.
So 2nd and 6 with 1:23 left to go.
Pass play here. Wide
open.
Barnes, and I tell you what, there's a flag down. But let me tell you, Barnes hesitated. Barnes checked up his speed. If he keeps going, he's under that and gone.
Yeah.
I can't fault Dalton Wright on that at all. Barnes checked up just a little bit, and I think it was a go route.
Yeah, I think that had to be a timing play, and Barnes just kind of messed up the timing. It looked a little bit there. So we'll see what this penalty's for. They would have called it back anyway with illegal motion. So it will be 2nd and 11 from the Seymour 41-yard line.
Not a huge deal there. And I'm almost glad he didn't get it and score because it would have hurt a lot more. been a little bit more painful to see a touchdown come back than an incomplete pass.
It's good running there by the Eagles. With 1:10 left to go in the first quarter.
Gavin Collins on that carry. Played a couple weeks with a broke hand. I'm sure it's probably still getting him a little bit of soreness out of it. That type of thing doesn't just, oop, it's healed and done. So, again, that's one of your seniors playing with a lot of heart, playing with a lot of drive. So, good run there by Collins.
Yeah, so from the 38-yard line, it'll be 3rd and about 7 yards to go.
That's the son of Terry and Cindy Collins. Around my era, give or take a little bit. I think Terry's a couple years older than me and Cindy's a couple years behind, but either way, they're both old too, just like Mr. Bales.
Yeah, I was watching some of the seniors come out, and I was noticing a lot of those parents were a little bit younger than I was, so they got seniors in high school, and it makes you feel a little bit old sometimes.
Well, you are old, Tim.
I am.
But, I'm not far behind you. We've discussed this numerous times, and it's kind of that point in the morning where you get up and you can't decide whether it's Advil or Tylenol. You know, you got to take one of them. But
well, Gibbs looks like they're going to let the quarter run out, trailing by 7 points. It's going to be 4th down. They're going to think it over. We're going to think about it with them. We'll be right back.
Team Kid is a Bible-focused program for kids ages 2 years up to 5th grade. Classes meet every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. for a Bible lesson, games, and other fun activities at Clear Springs. If you have young kids, come check it out. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see your children there.
I know this. I wouldn't just trust anybody when working on my Jeep, but I would trust Miller Brothers Auto Repair. They're one of our main sponsors, and they love the Gibbs community. They offer general maintenance, auto body, mechanical tire, and detailing services. Miller Brothers prides themselves in knowing that each and every vehicle that is brought into their shop is properly and professionally examined. Miller Brothers is located at 7123 Tazewell Pike. Tell them Jared sent you.
If you do not attend church anywhere, we would love to invite you and your family to visit Clear Springs. Our church is truly for the entire family. We offer Sunday school for all ages. We have great music, we offer ministry for all ages, and most importantly, we have Christ-centered preaching. Our pastor, Justin Pratt, is in his 8th month at Clear Springs, and our church is located in the heart of the Gibbs community at Harbison's Crossroads. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We would love to worship with you.
Welcome back, everyone, where it's senior night, homecoming night at Gibbs High School. We've got several groups that are being recognized tonight. I think the 68 football team, the 78 football team. They got the Booster Club out there right now. So throughout the night, they're going to be recognizing several people.
Yeah, a lot of things going on tonight. It's kind of hard. You'd think a homecoming is just that, homecoming, right? But our schedule was kind of jacked up this year. We ended up having 4 or 5 home games right in a row, so we're trying to cram all this stuff into one night. 68 and 78 teams, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't around for either one of those. 79 model myself. I know you were here for at least one of them. So,
well, it looks like, probably one of the biggest crowds that we've had this season here tonight. A lot of people love to come out to this game, and it's just, last home game, just a lot of excitement going in.
Yeah, and typically this time of year, Tim, we've got the long sleeves on, got the pants on, maybe a light coat. Looking like we're going to have to wait for the playoffs to get to that maybe, because I think it's supposed to be maybe a record high or close to it Monday. So we've got some heat still coming. Meanwhile, Gibbs here on the 35-yard line of Seymour trying to drive.
Going for it on 4th down.
Going to be Barnes around the edge. He's got room.
He's got some room.
If we can keep it clean here.
It's going to be – that's definitely going to be a 1st down for Gibbs.
No laundry on the field here. Good blocking by Gibbs. W's big play.
And I think that it certainly is a W's big play because it keeps this drive going. You want to try to score here. You want to try to keep pace with them. You don't want to go 2 scores down. 1st down sponsored by You're Kidding Me. I certainly want to recognize them as well.
Tim, did you drive by W's today?
I did.
And it's another time you didn't bring me anything.
I actually had supper from W's, though.
I appreciate the thought. I mean, phone call, text, anything would have been great.
Burger was excellent.
I'm sure it was. Sure it was. Pitch to Barnes. He's going to have to use those wheels to get outside. tough tackle there. I don't know if there's actually a ref that even had an angle on that to see if it might have been a horse collar. We've got an instant replay here on it. Let's see what we've got there.
Might have been a little too low for a horse collar, but
yeah, if they get jersey, it looks bad, but it's still they have to grab the shoulder pads. So I think that was a clean tackle, just probably a painful one.
Yeah. So 2nd and 14 with 11:01 to go in this second quarter. Gibbs trying to sustain a drive here.
Good wheels by the Seymour defense there to catch Barnes. We all know what kind of speed he's got, so good wheels. Then they took a good angle and got to him.
Another.
Looks like we're going to get.
Yeah, we're going to get another.
Laundrie's on the field.
Legal procedure there.
Yeah, 2 men in motion again. So here we are again, going to be 3rd and forever penalties. We talked about this at the beginning of the night. It seems like it's becoming repetitive. We talk about it every single week.
I'm just not sure why that keeps happening. One time maybe, but that's twice tonight, once last week. Just not sure why that's happening.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk to him. I'm thinking that it's probably got a lot to do with the fact that Barnes is in motion every single time. So if I'm guessing, Tim, and I am just guessing, but I'm thinking that, when it's not his turn, he's just so used to doing it.
So 2nd and eternity here.
So Barnes going to get the pitch again that he got the first down on and going to find some room there to get 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, broke that initial tackle, was able to pick up a few more. Still going to be long for 3rd down.
We got a player down here for Seymour. Looked like he was on the bottom of about 10 guys there trying to push the pile forwards and backwards. This is one thing that they did a good job of it just now, but in past games it seems like they're letting them hold up way too long. They need to blow that whistle and just call it forward progress, because this is what happens. If somebody gets stepped on, somebody gets hurt.
Right.
You get too many guys pushing, and this at the high school level, blow the whistle, forward progress, you're done.
Yep.
Luckily he's able to walk off feeling his own power there.
So with 10:04 left to go in this second quarter, Gibbs trailing 7 points. It's going to be 3rd and 14 from the 26-yard line.
So here we are again, 3rd down and forever. I'm thinking about a pass play here, Tim. No, we're gonna hand it off to Humphreys right up the middle.
And he did not get anything.
But as we talked about earlier, this is potentially 4-down territory. I mean, you're going to punt it 10 yards or just see what happens?
Yeah, you're in the middle of the field. I'll be interested to see what they do here. It looks like they are going to stay out. The offense is going to stay out on the field. But
I don't think we've got this kind of leg in our freshman kicker.
I would think you would have to throw it here, though.
That or try to get something around the perimeter, a little misdirection, anything, maybe reverse. I'm all about some trick plays at this point, Tim.
He was back to pass.
Nobody. It's going to be intercepted down there. No, they dropped it. I thought that was picked off down there on the 1. But
that's actually probably a good play for them, because it gives them the ball on the 28-yard line.
Yeah.
And so they'll have good field position.
Either way, the best you could have done there was get lucky, get a short kick out at the 10, something like that. So you're not giving up that much by going ahead and trying for it.
Yeah. Well, I think Seymour was probably anticipating a pass there. So.
Yeah. I don't like going in triple coverage, but he didn't have that many options on the play. So.
No. So it'll be 1st and 10 Seymour from the 27-yard line. 9:06 left to go in this second quarter, leading the Gibbs Eagles 7-0.
And something we got to realize again as the second quarter is winding down, Seymour's going to get the ball in the second half.
Yep.
And it looks like they're going to wrap him up for a short gain there, every yard or two.
So handoff went to Gabe Kitts.
Gibbs still going with pressure here, able to stop that run that time.
They've got Kitts listed at 200. I think he's probably every bit of it.
Yeah, yeah. He's a solid little back. I don't know if we might have had a little movement there on the offensive line by Seymour, getting pressure in there.
Oh, good play.
Excellent play
I
by
believe
defense.
That's an interception by Gibbs.
No, they're going to call that it hit the ground, that he trapped it.
Oh, wow.
And unfortunately at this level, they don't have the instant replay that we've got. We're going to get to take a look at it here.
I never did see it hit the ground.
Yeah, unfortunately at this level, they don't have the luxury of having the replay that we've got.
And and the way he turned, it was his back was to the official on that. So
much as I like to blame officials, I'm not going to blame them there. I'm feeding one cookies up here. So
3rd and 8 for Seymour.
Gibbs going with pressure again. They're going to get to him. He's going to get the pass off to nobody. That's going to be, I believe, I'm hoping that's going to be an intentional grounding. Got some laundry back here about the 45. Let's hope that's not a defensive holding.
I hope that's not a late or a roughing the passer either. There is a flag back down in the backfield as well, it looks like.
Yeah.
So,
well, in the worst case scenario, both of them are on Gibbs. Best case scenario is we get to pick our penalty here. I'm hoping that both of those are intentional gunning, and that should be one of them. There was really nobody in that area that he threw to. He was 5 or 6 yards, so. Let's see what the call is here. We got a little, Whitehead's still confused. I mean, we've had 3 guys tell him, and he's still confused. They're walking this off against Gibbs.
Well,
yeah,
I'm thinking that it's going to be.
It's going to be defensive holding, so we probably got a DB holding a wide receiver en route here.
So it's a 15-yard penalty. It'd be a 10-yard penalty if it's holding, right?
I don't know. We've still not got a call from the white hat here.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So I don't know what the penalty was back here that was tossed on the 45. Pass interference that was declined.
So 1st and 10 for Seymour at the 44-yard line. 8:16 left to go in this second quarter.
Have I brought up penalties tonight, Tim?
There's been a lot of them.
They're killing us. They've been killing us all season long, and that's part of what's getting us behind early. I tell you what, they got coming around the corner. That looks like Collins doing a good job staying at home.
Handoff went to Kitts again.
Yeah, Collins. If Collins is not at home right there and staying to save that play, that's probably a 10, 12-yard gain.
Yep. So
good play by him on defense.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 47-yard line of Seymour.
I do believe that they got robbed on the interception by Collins earlier, looking at the replay, which, again, the refs are not that fortunate to be able to see that. But hopefully a little football karma will come back their way.
Yep.
In a passing situation here, he's got a man.
He's got a step on him, and he – that's
yeah, I don't agree with that call. A little incidental contact there, but you got to get your head turned around.
You do.
If you get your head turned around, that flag's not thrown.
That was pretty picky, though.
Yeah, I still don't believe it needs to be thrown, but if he gets his head around looking for the ball, that doesn't happen.
So another big, costly penalty here for Gibbs. It's going to give Seymour a 1st down.
Have we talked about penalties yet tonight, Tim?
I believe that was one of your keys to the game, wasn't it?
That's one of my keys to the game, was penalties. We've got to stop with the senseless penalties. And that's something that, our secondary is young. Coach and I talked about that this week, and that's the reason that it's very important for our defensive linemen to be aggressive. But it also puts us in a situation where we're putting a lot of pressure on. And
we got a fumble. The ball is on the ground. It looks like it's going to go to the Eagles.
So
Gibbs Eagles.
There's that football karma we're talking about. we got robbed of an interception a little bit ago. Got the fumble. Good play by the Eagles there. Watch the replay here. Let's see who calls that.
That was, I think that initial hit caused the.
I don't know that the exchange was ever made properly.
Yeah.
They just got in there and disrupted it while he's trying to get a hold of the ball.
So that's a W's big play for Gibbs to stop a little momentum there that Seymour had.
Well, they didn't have any momentum. We were giving them, I think, probably a good total of 40 yards worth of penalties there. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
We just walked backwards for a while.
So 7:21 left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for Gibbs at the 36-yard line.
See an option play here. Humphrey's coming near side, and tackle him up high. Good try.
Yeah. Just lowered his head there, gain of about 5 yards, 6 yards. Looked like he had some room toward the outside there a little bit. But
I'll be honest with you, I've got some size on Humphreys, but I don't think I'm tackling him up high.
No.
I think I'm going low. So good run by him.
Especially against somebody that weighs 155 pounds. So it's going to be tough to bring him down.
Yeah. So Barnes lining up in the backfield this time. Going to see kind of the same play, but Dalton Wright's going to elect to keep it and get close to the first down.
I think he's going to got some good forward progress there.
Yeah, we got a good spot out of it. Whitehat's going to call it from the backfield, first down.
Ooh, I think we got a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, he owed us one. They owed us one on that pass interference over their old lay stuff that they just pulled.
So 1st and 10 for Gibbs with 6:18 left to go in this second quarter, trailing Seymour by 7.
I'll have to watch it. This ref we got in the booth with is a pretty big guy. I may have to go a little easier on him.
Yeah.
Got a little more gray in his beard than I do, though, so I feel like I've got youth on my side.
So Seymour's going to take a timeout, and we're going to take one with them. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in and watching our broadcast tonight. I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. Generally, on Friday nights in the fall, you can find me under the lights somewhere in East Tennessee on a football field. But on Sundays, you can find me and my family here worshiping at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We want to invite you and your family to join us too. Sunday school, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning worship at 10:15. Sunday nights we gather at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays at 6:30. This is my personal welcome for you and your family to visit us at Clear Springs Baptist Church.
Welcome back to Ernest Whited Stadium, where Gibbs is trailing Seymour by 7. And there's 6:07 left to go in this second quarter. And they do have it 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Going to have Wright and Humphreys in the backfield. Got Barnes split out. Calling the play from the sideline here. Barnes in motion. And surprise, surprise, here comes Dalton Wright for a good 6-7 yard gain.
Yeah, there's a good game by Dalton Wright for about 7 yards.
Good play fake there to Humphreys. I think a lot of the defense bid on that. Shout out to my buddy Joseph Colaruso's watching. And his son plays for North Senators. They just won back-to-back championships this week. So middle school football. Antonio Colaruso. So good job to them.
That's awesome. So 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line with 5:35 left to go in the second quarter. Looks like we're going to have an offsides.
Yeah, it looks like Gibbs drew them. Hopefully there's no movement on the offense. Yeah, that's going to be straight on Seymour. So that's going to get that first down.
I think we've had more yards stepped off tonight than we have actually gained.
I'm about certain of it. We'll check that, but that's going to be one of our halftime stats that we look at.
So 5:24 left to go in this second quarter. Gibbs trailing by 7. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line of Seymour.
So again, we did have some clock issues earlier, but we've got that rectified. It's back on the screen there for you. Humphreys going a little bit off tackle. Stride. Looked like he stuck that football out just a little bit. That makes me nervous.
Yeah. Hole closed up quite a bit too once he hit it.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody got him there just at the line of scrimmage and wrapped those legs up like they should.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 with 4:42 left to go in the second.
A little option play here. Dalton Wright's going to keep that, cut it back inside, and going to be good for 4 or 5 yards there. Cut off the forward progress.
Yeah, so we will have the band playing at halftime. That'll be our IGA halftime show. My guess is they'll recognize the homecoming king and queen.
I'm pretty excited about that. That's one of the things I miss about school, because they all come around selling the different stuff, the candy and the candy bars. And we're not talking like these little dollar candy bars. I mean, the Snickers, the Three Musketeers, Skittles, you had it all coming in class every day. I miss those times.
So handoff goes to Barnes.
Reverses field, nothing. Oh, and he takes a lick there, wrapped up at his feet. Barnes a tough kid. I don't know what his weight says on paper, but I'm going to tell you 120 pounds soaking wet. So, and he takes hits like that a lot. Gets back up. He's ready for the next play. No hesitation. So tough kid. Gibbs in a punting situation here now.
Yeah, they are bringing on the punting team. 4th and 11 at the 43-yard line. 3:30 left to go in this second quarter, trailing Seymour by 7.
Talking about our IGA halftime show, it was mentioned earlier, we've got enough seniors on that band that pretty much lined 100 yards. That Spangler takes that punt. Oh, it's going to get in the end zone. Great grab there. I don't know if you guys noticed that at home. That ball actually hit the ground before he caught it and then was able to make the kick. So great job by our punter. I know we didn't want that to go in the end zone, but good job by him to hold his composure. But
So,
yeah,
go ahead.
we had enough seniors on this band. They were lined up from end zone to end zone. It's like, who's going to play next year? What are we going to do? I hope they got a feeder program for this band.
They did have a lot of people graduating this year. Football team actually has several graduating as well.
Yeah, 19 seniors. But the good thing I think that Gibbs has got going for them is we got a lot of youth on this team. We are graduating 19 seniors, but a lot of key parts of this team are still going to be here next year.
There's a good crop coming up through 8th grade as well.
Yeah, and they're going to draw Gibbs offside right there. Our whole defensive line jumped. Here we go again, stepping yards. Referee's going to earn their money tonight.
Our player of the game might be the referees this evening because they might have more yards than anybody.
Well, you know, at what point do you have to get a new flag? You know, after it's hit the ground so many times, you gotta get a new flag, and you got to think they get stained. You can't see them. So Seymour lined up here in the shotgun formation again, going to run a draw play straight up the middle, and he's got
running room.
Good blocking downfield by Seymour, and they're going to get him out of bounds.
So a big game by Seymour Eagles. It's going to put them out about the 46-7 yard line or so.
And at this point in the game, this is not what we want. We don't want to go down 2 scores and give them the ball at the second half.
Yeah. So they mark it out at the 45. So it will be 1st and 10 at the Seymour 45. 2:59 left to go in this second quarter, leading the Gibbs Eagles 7-0.
So Gibbs going to showing pressure here, and they're going to bring it. Same draw play right up the middle. Look like they try to run a little bit in between the tackles, but
yeah, he's a load to bring down.
He is. You got to get that boy low. We also, going back, we had the coach interview tonight. Typically we get some player interviews, but we had a big community event this week. Had a lot of students here for a youth gathering, and it was a good night from what I understand. It was an amazing night. That was put on by Brandon Blair. Fairview done most of the speaking. Heard he done a tremendous job with that, but we didn't. It didn't afford us the time to get the interviews with the players this week. We just got coach. Here we've got Seymour lined up. We're going to run that play all night, I think, because it seems to be working.
Yeah, it's going to be real close to the first down. I believe he should have it.
Yeah, they're going ahead and moving the chains. This is a different white hat than we're used to having. We got a lot of them. They got to come up here and analyze it, look at it, get out their little CNI glass. And he's calling it from 30 yards away, first down. So,
yeah, so it is going to be 1st and 10 with 2:04 left to go.
All right. So Seymour rushing to the line here. Time starts to become an issue if you're Seymour right now because you want to move the ball on down the field. Pitch out, and Collins again stays at home to make the play. Yeah. So, got to appreciate assignment football team.
That was a good hit.
Gibbs showing pressure and getting it, and that's a good play.
Yeah.
That's a good play, and the quarterback's down. Hopefully he's going to get up.
I think he felt that one, though.
That's what Gibbs has been able to do. If you've noticed through the games, those of you who are here and watching at home, these quarterbacks are super accurate in the first quarter, and all of a sudden that accuracy goes away. They're hearing footsteps, they're seeing visions and things like that. So we don't want anybody to get hurt, but
a couple of hits like that, though, it'll start making you.
Yeah. I'm looking around. My head's on a swivel after that. He got hit by 2 of them there at once. I didn't even pay attention to who it was. It was just a flash of blue coming at him.
So 1:04 left to go. We got 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Gibbs really needs to stop here.
Yeah, and if I'm coach, I'm thinking about a timeout if we can hold them right here. Thinking about burning the timeout. Let's see if we can do something, move the ball downfield. We got a whistle.
So it looks like there's going to be a timeout.
Seymour's going to take a timeout.
Yep. So Seymour's going to take a timeout. We're going to take one with him, and we'll be back for the rest of this first half.
If you do not attend church anywhere, we would love to invite you and your family to visit Clear Springs. Our church is truly for the entire family. We offer Sunday school for all ages. We have great music. We offer ministry for all ages. And most importantly, we have Christ-centered preaching. Our pastor, Justin Pratt, is in his 8th month at Clear Springs, and our church is located in the heart of the Gibbs community at Harbison's Crossroads. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We would love to worship with you.
Welcome back to Gibbs High School, where we're in the first half of the Gibbs Eagles and Seymour Eagles game, where the Seymour Eagles are leading the Gibbs Eagles 7-0.
That's a good job differentiating the difference between the Seymour Eagles and the Gibbs Eagles there, Tim. Kudos to you. Seymour's in white, Gibbs in blue for those that maybe are just watching for us, right? There's got to be somebody just watching for us.
Shout out to our buddy Blake. He did a good job last week in your absence.
He did. I listened to it, so I'm on. Well, we got a play here. I'll go into that here in just a second. Pass play here, and nobody there. Again, quarterback's picking himself up off the ground, so that explains why the pass. But anyway, so on anniversary trip, I'm not touching the football game, right? I'm leaving it alone, and we're headed back for the night. We've been out to eat and stuff, and the wife says, let's listen to the game. Well, sure, honey, if that's what you want to do, we'll listen to the game. So we pull it up and watch it, and caught about halfway through the first quarter, watched it all the way through the end of the game. So good job by the Eagles last week. I was tickled to get to watch it, but he did do a good job. Thanks to him for doing that.
So with just a minute left to go in this first half, Seymour is going to punt it to the Eagles. We've got, looks like
Bryson Schoen back there
yep.
to return, and he's electric. He's got some ability. They're going to kick it away from him. And Bryson Schoen can play ball. If he's a guy that if he gets his hands on it, he can make some things happen.
But the Eagles is going to have to go a good 78 yards to try to find pay dirt here.
Yeah, and we're not really built for that, but we do have the speed. We've got the capability. What you got to think about right here, I don't know what our zebras are talking about. I've not seen the laundry, but evidently it's out there.
Looks like there's a hat laying down on the.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. They wore the flags out. They got to throw hats the rest of the night.
I'm thinking a hat typically indicates someone goes out of bounds, right?
Here it is. We've got a flag down here between the 30s and the 35 on the far side of the field. So maybe a hold on Gibbs here is what it looks like. They're walking off. It took them that long to discuss the hold.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Have I talked about penalties yet and how we don't need that?
Well, you know Coach is probably going to have a discussion about that at halftime.
I hope he does. And this week and later in the week and maybe some more before the game next week.
So with 49 seconds left to go in this first half, Gibbs is going to take over on the 13-yard line. So they'll have it 1st and 10, trailing the Seymour Eagles by 7.
Dalton right under center here. I think you're going to see a little dose of Ethan Humphreys right up the gut. Yep, and he's running for 7-8 yards like Ethan does.
Yeah, I'm just be interested to see if Gibbs uses a timeout here. It looks like the clock has stopped.
Yeah, and at some point you've got to entertain throwing the football. You're not going to run it up the middle in 42 seconds and score, I don't think. I believe they're on to your game at this point.
Yeah.
Let's do something a little different. Throw it, see what happens. 32 seconds left, but we're going to run it up the middle again.
Looks like Gibbs is going to be content on going into halftime here with down by 7.
I think I have to take at least one shot. So we got a timeout.
Well, it looks like a player down for Seymour on the field.
I think if I'm coach right here, I got 18.1 seconds. Isn't the fastest guy I got down the field, and let's try to hit him. See what happens. Some kind of flea flicker or something, anything just to try to manufacture some points right here before going into the half, because we do have to give the ball back to Seymour.
I think if you run a little play action, they may not be expecting necessarily a pass here with a play action.
Well, and they're so used to seeing Humphreys take the ball, I think you're going to sell it. Good to see him walk off the field there with a little bit of help.
We'll see what Gibbs comes out here with. We got about 18 seconds left to go in this first half. They got it 2nd and 6 from the 27-yard line.
I think one of two things, Tim. You got to go for it, or let's just go in victory
Right.
formation and take
Yeah.
a knee. No, don't risk a fumble right inside here this close to the end of the half. They're going to let that just run out.
Yep. So Gibbs doesn't even look, they're going to take a play again. So don't go anywhere. Stick around for our halftime show, and we'll be back for the second half.
Clear Springs will be hosting a revival with evangelist C.T. and Becky Townsend on October 14th through the 17th. During the revival, the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir and Orchestra will provide the special music during each service. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there. Team Kid is a Bible-focused program for kids ages 2 years up to 5th grade. Classes meet every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. for a Bible lesson, games, and other fun activities at Clear Springs. If you have young kids, come check it out. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see your children there. If you do not attend church anywhere, we would love to invite you and your family to visit Clear Springs. Our church is truly for the entire family. We offer Sunday school for all ages. We have great music, we offer ministry for all ages, and most importantly, we have Christ-centered preaching. Our pastor, Justin Pratt, is in his 8th month at Clear Springs, and our church is located in the heart of the Gibbs community at Harbison's Crossroads. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We would love to worship with you.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
Psalms 85:6, the scripture says, "Wilt thou not revive us again, that thy people may rejoice?" Hello, I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. I want to take this opportunity to give you a personal invitation to join our church family on October the 14th through the 17th with a revival meeting at Clear Springs Baptist Church with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We invite you to come as we seek God and ask Him to pour His Spirit out upon us. Preaching will be Brother C.T. Townsend. He and his wife Becky will be singing for us each night, as well as the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir. So this is your personal invitation. Come and join us October the 14th through the 17th for our fall revival with evangelist C.T. Townsend. We'll see you there.
All right, so we're back, Tim. Going back, talking to coach interview this week, we got the flamingo jacket. That's our wind jacket. It was supposed to be a wind suit, so what we were going to do is we were going to add to it every week.
Yeah.
And it's just too dadgum hot. I mean, it's just too hot. So we're gonna translate that into the playoff suit. We make it to the playoffs. We're bringing the full suit out for the interviews. Hopefully this week we'll actually get to do a few more player interviews to go. We got the homecoming competition going on in the field right now, and recognizing those guys for their efforts, and they'll introduce each one of them, then introduce the homecoming queen and king and whatnot. So kind of takes you back a little bit. Takes you back to those good old days when stuff didn't hurt and life was just all about the moment.
Yeah, we had the the alumni game this past Tuesday here at the school, and it was good to see some folks that I went to school with, but you know, those guys are a lot younger now.
Yeah. That's a hard thing to be in your 40s playing against guys that are in their 20s.
It is.
So
so unless they have an old division next year, I may have to.
They need to really break that up. I mean, you've almost got to break that up into
decades.
Old guys playing old guys and young guys playing young guys, because it's just hard to keep up anymore. So
yeah.
Got the second half coming up. Seymour's going to get the ball. I feel comfortable where we're at on defense. I was looking at the stats just a minute ago. They're not complete just yet, but we've got 75 yards worth of penalties in the first half against Gibbs right now. So only 122 yards total offense for Seymour. So we've almost given them as much as they've earned in that respect. So to be down 7 points and giving up 75 yards worth of penalties, we're in a decent place. We've just got to get a hold coming out here on the first half or second half, stop them, get the ball going back our way, and try to make something happen. I feel like we've had good offensive plays, and we've been drugged back by penalties all night long. It seems like every week that's my key to the game. We've also got, I think you mentioned earlier, we've got the 1968 and 1978 teams for Gibbs being represented here tonight. So that's going to happen too as soon as they get done, I think, with this homecoming stuff.
Well, just a couple of scores of interest. Halls is trailing South Dual right now, 17-3. Still in the second quarter on that one. And Carter and Central are in a battle, 7-7.
Yeah, and that's scary with Carter coming up on our schedule.
Yep. So speaking of Halls, we want to let folks know that we're going to be at Halls next week for that game. We'll be broadcasting that game, so make sure you tune in with us. Join us for that.
Looking at these stats again, Tim, that 75 yards worth of penalties that Gibbs had is on 9 penalties. That's just inexcusable. It can't happen. If we do that the rest of the night, we're almost destined to lose.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many yards they've had rushing, but
rushing yards, they got 67. So all that pretty much straight up the middle on that little draw play they ran about 5 times in a row. I got to think that's on Coach's mind here at halftime, how to stop that. Also, how to stop that little screen throw that they got with the back coming out of the backfield when they do get pressure, that little dump off. But I think we've got enough pressure right now to where the quarterback's obviously not as accurate as he was. So that's playing to Gibbs' favor right now. They got to hope that he's got a memory long enough to remember that when he comes back out in the second half.
Yeah. Well, I mean, credit the staff. They've always done a good job so far the last 3 games of making adjustments at halftime, coming back out and you know, playing a lot better.
I'm a little partial to this staff because growing up with them, going to school with them, I know them all. And I think a lot of them, outside of being a coach on a personal level, they're just a good group of guys, good group of Christian guys. But they have done a good job this year, Tim. I can't fault them really anything at all. I feel like the things they've done, even when it was mistakes, it's mistakes a lot of people would have made. So they're doing a great job with this. And it is a hard job. It's a long job. Takes a lot of hours, especially when you're trying to raise a family and go through those things, as well as be a mentor and a coach to these young guys. They're doing a fabulous job. I think that the players have a ton of respect for them, and they're growing a team.
Yep.
So,
I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break here and pay some folks some bills. Let them get some recognition here. Don't go anywhere. The band will be taking the field shortly, and we'll be right back.
Reaching out and helping the community with basic needs is the function of the Clear Springs Hope Mission House. Our house accepts donations of clothing, household items, furniture, shoes, bedding, appliances, dishes, home decor, and more. We accept, sort, and organize donations and offer it to those in need for whatever reason in the community. The Mission House is open to the public on the second and fourth Thursday of every month from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. The house is located at the Tazewell Pike entrance of the church campus. For more information, please see our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
Clear Springs loves our senior adults. Our ministry leads our senior members on trips and activities for fun and fellowship. Aside from day trips and dinners out, they also have annual events that include meals at the Captain's Galley in Dandridge, shows at the Dixie Stampede, visit the Elmcroft Assisted Living, Smokies ball games, Christmas parties, and much, much more. For more information about our senior adult ministry, visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net or call our church office at 865-688-7674. Clear Springs offers over 24 exciting Sunday school classes for all ages and stages of life every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Wonderful teachers who help us learn more about the Bible and strengthen our relationship with God. Our small groups are a great environment for learning, support, and fellowship. For more information about Sunday school, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
I know this. I wouldn't just trust anybody when working on my Jeep, but I would trust Miller Brothers Auto Repair. They're one of our main sponsors and they love the Gibbs community. They offer general maintenance, auto body, mechanical tire, and detailing services. Miller Brothers prides themselves in knowing that each and every vehicle that is brought into their shop is properly and professionally examined. Miller Brothers is located at 7123 Tazewell Pike. Tell them Jared sent you.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
Clear Springs will be hosting a revival with evangelist C.T. and Becky Townsend on October 14th through the 17th. During the revival, the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir and Orchestra will provide the special music during each service. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there. Team Kid is a Bible-focused program for kids ages 2 years up to 5th grade. Classes meet every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. for a Bible lesson, games, and other fun activities at Clear Springs. If you have young kids, come check it out. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see your children there.
We have the freshmen, third place sophomores, second place juniors, and in first place our seniors. Our Spirit Olympics winners. Fourth place goes to the sophomores. Third place freshmen. Second place seniors, and winners will be the juniors. Our fifth banners. Fourth place goes to the juniors. Third place freshmen. Second place sophomores, and that means first place goes to the seniors. Our dress-up days. Fourth place goes to the sophomores. Third place goes to juniors. Second place, seniors. First place, freshmen. Window display. Fourth place, we have juniors. Third place, sophomores. Second place, seniors. First place, freshmen. And now the overall winners for Homecoming 2018 are fourth place, sophomores. Third place, juniors. Second place, freshmen, which means our first place winners are our seniors. Congratulations, seniors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, entering the field for your halftime entertainment is the 2018 Gibbs High School Marching Eagle Band. Under the direction of John the Heavyweight Humber, the radiant Rebecca Reeves, juggling Jim Faust, and barnstorming Brad Beeler. For your entertainment tonight, the band will be performing hits from the blockbuster movie musical, The Greatest Showman. Marvel at the skill of the band's maneuvers as they play musical selections. A Million Dreams, This Is Me, Never Enough, and The Greatest Show. Thrill at the exemplary musical solo stylings of Sam Lyman on trumpet, Tristan Hightower on mellophone, and Spencer Cassidy on tenor saxophone. Wonder at the silk spinning skills of Alex Tate, Audrey Morris, and Krista Plain, and astonishing acrobatic artistry of Laney Howard and Dylan Singleton. The ringmaster is Jesse Farley, and the bandmaster is Matt Sills. Now come one, come all, and join us on the edge of your seats as we present The Greatest Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2018 Gibbs High School Marching Eagle Band. Football fans, we direct your attention to the track. Let's offer a great welcome back to Gibbs High School to the Gibbs alumni cheerleaders. Welcome back tonight to Adrian Miller, Allison Webster, Brittany Bowman, Caitlin Jacobs, Cheryl Helton Cox, Delaney Winkle, Gracie French, Jeremy Owsley, Kathy Allison Large, Kim Allison Ingram, Lindsay Cole, Randy Helton, Tammy Brooks, Aaron Conley, Haley Tuggle.
Welcome back, folks. We're finishing up halftime here at Gibbs High School, where the Gibbs Eagles is trailing the Seymour Eagles by a score of 7-0. If you missed the first half, just in a nutshell, a lot of penalties.
We got a ref with tennis elbow, throwing the flag so much, near side, and yeah, so we had 108 yards total offense, not that much more for Seymour. I think they only had 122 yards total offense, 7 first downs for Gibbs, 8 first downs for Seymour. The big difference to me in the game right now is the 9 penalties for 75 yards that Gibbs has got to only 3 for 15 for Seymour. Almost a little home cooking, but we're here. So
Well,
some of these penalties well earned by Gibbs.
Right.
Some of them a little iffy.
Well, you know, they can never get any kind of momentum going, because every time they try to get some momentum, they get called for a penalty.
We've not been inside the 20 yet. We've been close, and the penalty backs us up. So the key word there is momentum. You can't get something going. You can't. I'm not seeing the sideline hype that we're used to seeing week over week. Usually by midway through the second quarter, our guys are pumped. They're jumping up and down. Tonight we've just got a lull. They're just kind of hanging out. But pretty much everybody missed this. But a lot of folks listening is going to know our pal Richie Beeler up here, who calls the game in the booth, and he's doing his thing up here and calling for the band. Somebody gives him a slap on the tail feathers, and you just can't do that to a man 10 without saying good game. We've brought this up before. If you pat another man on the hind parts, you got to say good game.
Yeah.
That's the only legit reason to do it. So not sure what happened there. We have a lot of fun up here, though. Those of you that were wondering, so we did have homecoming before they give this kickoff. And we had to cut out and part of that to get our sponsors in, but we do have the results from that homecoming. And we've got McKenna Kopp was our homecoming queen, raising $8,416. Kaylee Hayes was the first runner-up with $5,500. Megan Truax, second runner-up with $3,400. And last year's homecoming queen was Haley Jacobs, and she crowned them. So,
yep. Well, folks, even though we've had a bunch of penalties, Gibbs is still only down 7 points. So if you can, share our broadcast. Let folks know that we have a good game going on here. Gibbs come out right now with a good stop on special teams.
Good play. Bryson Schoen kind of slowed him up a little bit, and Sean Perry able
Sunshine.
to wrap him up. Sunshine made a brilliant hit there, or got hit, I guess. Yeah.
For those that are not up to what we're referencing, if you've ever seen Remember the Titans, Sunshine had long hair. We got a young man from Seymour that
resembles
that. So we've been calling him Sunshine.
Yeah. I knew we were going to see Sunshine at some point tonight. I just didn't know when.
So 1st and 10 for Seymour at the 19-yard line.
Gibbs showing pressure again.
They do.
What a tremendous block. He's going to fall, lose his footing there, but number 20 flat out lays a Gibbs defender on the ground there for Seymour.
Yep.
Great block. Pancake. Let's see. I believe it was number 20. Let's watch this replay.
Jamal Rorix, I think, is the one that got popped there.
Wow. Have him for breakfast in the morning because that was Pancake.
But it's a 3-yard loss, so it's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 16-yard line.
Well, the pressure, that block happened in the backfield, so the pressure still paid off. I think their feet got tangled there, and he got tripped up by his own man. So not showing as much pressure this time. Gibbs backed out, does send a guy straight up the middle, which is he's able to step out of it. Man, this guy's a powerhouse.
He is.
Keeps those legs moving, exactly what you want in a back.
Well, if you get 3 or 4 or 5 yards after the initial hit, you know, that's what you want out of the back.
Gibbs did have the right defense dialed up there, but they were going to send that up the middle. We sent that guy up the middle to plug that hole, and it forced him to go outside, and he got wrapped up. He was just able to break a couple tackles, so we're 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 here.
Yep. So 3rd and 4 from the 25-yard line. Just underway in the 3rd quarter. Gibbs down 7-0.
Showing a little bit of pressure, and it's going to be a pass situation. Caught. Knocked down there just as he catches it. And so it looks like Seymour has dialed up some other things too. They're getting the ball out a little quicker. Designed a quick slant over the middle there, which was wide open due to the pressure that Gibbs had on. So now it becomes a game.
Yeah.
Between the coaches. All right, you've adjusted here, we're adjusting there, and it looks like both sides so far have done a decent job. Seymour getting a little bit of an edge.
You know, it'll be real interesting to see what Gibbs does here because they've seemed to, over the last 3 games, be able to adjust really well at halftime. Seymour so far has had some success here on the first few plays, so
it looks like they had a few adjustments of their own.
Yeah.
And that's something, honestly, we've not seen from some opponents we've had. They've not adjusted. There's a big hit in the backfield.
Yeah, that's
Brooks is going to be in on that hit, and we've got I believe they rattled him a little bit there.
Yeah, so about a 3-yard loss on that play.
2nd and 12.
Yeah, I believe that was Brooks and possibly Justin Summers in on that play right there.
Yep. So 2 yards, they're giving credit for a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12 from the 32, 9:50 to go in this 3rd quarter.
So Gibbs switching defense around, bringing a couple guys near side, backing out of a pressure. Looks like they're going to be watching for that quick slant over the middle. If you back a linebacker out right here, they're going downfield.
Good hit.
He's
He's got to turn around.
Yeah.
Just missed connecting on that that pass. Actually, a pretty good throw.
Yeah, he threw it to the only place he could throw it, between the defender and the sideline. Good placement by the quarterback. Just a little bit too long. Gibbs defender's got to get his head around right there.
You know, Grayson Campbell is our quarterback. He's a junior, and you can see a lot of maturity in him already as a junior.
Yeah, he's been on the ground a lot tonight, and he's staying in there, staying up, staying focused. We've got him again here. We've got to catch this 3rd down check, Tim. We've got a 3rd and 12. Got to hold this right here. Our DBs have to play good, solid, penalty-free ball right here because I got a feeling they're going to the air with the empty backfield.
It's 3rd and 12. Back to pass. Just missed his receiver there.
We got a flag.
On the play.
I don't know if that's going to be roughing the passer or not.
It's a holding. I believe I would decline that if I was Gibbs.
Yeah, let's make this 4th and 12. Decline that. And Yeah, number 61 out here wants this penalty, but you don't want it. You want to decline this and force them to punt right here.
Yeah. So Seymour will be sending on their punting unit. I think this is maybe the first time tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm anxious to see a punt from them. They had a turnover, one long sustained drive down here, and they fumbled the ball. Then they had the touchdown drive. A really slow first half with all the penalties.
Yeah.
We had the stoppage of play right at the beginning due to the clock malfunction. So Barnes back to receive here. Let's see if he can get his hands on it, do something with it. They're going to get a guy down low kick. He's waving off his defenders.
Takes a good Seymour bounce, gets it down to about the 26-yard line. So Gibbs will have it 1st and 10 from the 26. 9:13 left to go in the second quarter. And
this is what we wanted.
It is.
We want to hold them right here and get the ball back. Now what we want to do is play clean football for a half.
Yeah. We can keep that laundry off the field.
Well, I think I told you the one ref's got 10 and 9. So they'll get tired of him a little bit, tired of throwing them.
So 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. The Gibbs Eagles are trailing the Seymour Eagles by 7. 9:13 left to go in this third quarter.
Barnes in motion right up the middle to Ethan Humphreys. Gonna do his thing and fall forward for 3 yards.
Yeah.
Ethan averaging about 3.6 there in the first half. Dalton Wright actually averaging about 7 yards a carry due to a couple long runs. And surprisingly, Barnes, due to a long loss there, not averaging that high tonight. I know we had the big run, but it was brought back. So
yeah, this is the point in the game where they do have a heavy dose of Ethan Humphreys. Be surprised if they don't.
Yeah, they want to wear that defense down. You're going to see the option here. Wright's going to keep it and gain 3 or 4 yards there. Right now's, yeah.
Quarterback Wright keeps.
So maybe a couple out of it. Looks like they're going to credit him with maybe 3 yards.
It's a pretty favorable spot on the forward progress. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up. So
3rd and 3 from the 33 in the third quarter.
Yeah.
A lot of threes on the board right now.
That's a lucky number, Tim. I feel good about it. I feel good about it. This plays into Gibbs' favor. We're a 3-yard team right now. So let's see what happens. I know that Seymour's looking for it. We've got it coming around the opposite side.
There's room over there.
You got to turn that up. Turn it on. He's got room. He's going to get caught from behind there, about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, about the 28.
So,
is there a marker on the play?
Yeah, we do got a penalty. Maybe a holding on the outside edge. Looks like they're going to bring it back. So, again, the one thing we don't need
not sure what they're going to call here.
It's right there where he turned the corner. There was a block taking place there, and that was what sealed his fate. I don't know if it's a block in the back or if a holding, what they're going to call here, but it's getting a bit ridiculous tonight, Tim. I'm just going to be honest with you.
There is a
block in the back on Gibbs.
Wow.
And a sideline warning.
So Gibbs cannot catch a break with the penalties.
No, and with the speed of that particular player, you kind of got to be aware. We didn't have a replay on that one, but at some point you got to know he's going to make that turn. And so guys in the booth here a little bit upset, had a little better eye on it than I did, saying that the defender turned around and that's what caused the block in the back. But as a ref, you got to realize those type things.
Yep.
So, again, we hope for the football karma to come back to us.
Yeah, nonetheless, it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Eagles, Gibbs Eagles.
Manageable, but not where we want to be.
Right.
Justin.
So, not where we want to be. We're going to have a pitch out to Barnes here. They're going to try to get him around that outside edge. It's plugged up pretty good, but he
cuts back. He's going to be about a yard short, I believe, of the first down.
I tell you what, I think this punt situation, Tim, as bad as I want to go for it. This isn't Madden on the Xbox. You got to play football right here.
Offense is staying on the field. I'll be surprised if they don't try to draw them off sides here.
At the very least. It was successful with this one once earlier tonight. And that's what they're doing. They're coming now back for a sideline play. We'll see as the clock winds. Play clock's not actually showing, so they're keeping that on the field.
Looks like they are going to go for it here.
Yeah, and I believe he's going to get a push. First down.
That's going to be a W's big play just because they were on the 36-yard line.
Yeah.
And
anytime you convert a 4th down, that's a big play, Tim.
Yeah, well, it's a gutsy call, so it's going to be also a you're kidding me first down.
It reminds me of those chicken wings I'm not eating.
Well, they only serve chicken wings on Saturday and Sunday.
Whatever. They would have made them if you'd asked.
So 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for Gibbs.
And we've got
Same
the same
play.
jet sweep coming. He's cut it upfield a little sooner this time.
Yeah, he's got some room again.
It's going to be the same call, Tim. They're going to get us for a block in the back. Again, the defender's turning. I watched it that time with intent. When you're blocking a guy and he turns to run towards the play, your momentum's still going. You can't continue to throw that flag. They're going to get us a hold this time. We'll change it up. So
there's a lot of upset fans here in the stadium at the moment.
Yeah, it is, and it's getting a little bit ridiculous tonight.
I mean, you can call.
We've got another penalty on us here. It's going to be first down and forever here in just a second. A nice gesture of the Gibbs player picking up and having the flag. I would have hit it from him. Stick that in my own pocket.
You know, there's a point where you can call. You could probably call holding on just about every play.
You can throw a flag on every play in high school if you want to. At some point, you got to let them play.
Yeah.
You know, now I didn't see the whole call. Maybe some folks at home think that we're blind, but we're well over 100 yards in penalties, probably 30 on this play alone.
So it's 1st and half the county.
And Barnes has got some room on the outside edge, got some speed and some quickness. That boy's going to have to pick up his go. Barnes, go. Look at him go.
So
that's a great play. That's
absolutely.
a W's big play. I mean, do we get a W's big play?
I believe we'd have to.
Yeah.
I think that's going to get it past maybe about where the original line of scrimmage is, maybe a couple yards beyond that. So that's about a 23-yard gain or so.
He's like a deer. You know, I mean, he's just elusive. It's his speed, and he's elusive. He's able to just – it reminds me of watching Josh Dobbs.
Yeah.
Not a great big fella, but he just was able to move when and break tackles that you wouldn't think he could break.
It's actually a 28-yard gain.
I believe that's going to be Brooks going up the middle there for a couple yards, and going to put us in about a 3rd and 3.5 situation here. So,
yeah, Brooks did a good job on that. He just lowered his head and got what he could get out of it.
Brooks is another one of those kids that legs are driving, and he's going to hit you. He's not going to shy away from a hit. So, in the backfield again, lined up real close to the quarterback. Going to see a man in motion here. Brooks gets the ball again and drives forward for the first down and then some. So
good running by Brooks.
Those are some tough 4 yards he's earning. That's pounding white jerseys all the way through.
So it's going to be, when you have it 1st and 35 and you convert, that's a win.
Right. Yeah, I have to say that's our football karma coming back to help us out a little bit.
So it's, you're kidding me, 1st down from the 49-yard line. Brooks gets the ball again for maybe about 3 yards.
Proven to be a lot like Humphreys, 3 or 4 yards just about every time.
It's 2nd and 7.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 46-yard line. 4:50 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Gibbs trailing by 7. Oh, we had
a little extracurricular activity after the play there, too.
Yeah, so Barnes slipped and fell. Maybe a yard loss on that. So it's going to be 3rd and 8.
So here we are, Tim. We got 4 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. At some point, you got to start thinking, all right, we got to score because we need 2 of them.
Right. I'd have to think that you're going for it in 4th down here if you don't get it. I mean, they went for it on 4th down from their own 35.
Well, it depends on the yards, I guess, we get on this play right here.
Trying to draw them off sides there.
Barnes was in motion. Let's hope that we don't get another illegal procedure here. Going to be right up front to Brooks with Dalton Wright pushing on him.
Oh, he's
still on his feet. Yeah. Looks like his knee just went down just shy of the 1st down marker. So I believe we are going to be going for it right here, Tim.
Not a big fan of that spot.
Watch him crawl over the players here on the replay. He doesn't fall on anything but a player until
I think the spot should be about the 41, 42.
Yeah, where his knee went down, the ball was further forward. So I believe we got shafted again there. But we're going to go for it here, at least try to draw him off. And Brooks still in the backfield. And Dalton Wright's going to keep that up the middle and have more than enough for the
Yeah, he's
first
going
down.
to pound his way down to the 34-yard line. So a first down for Gibbs. Kids and me.
I think
my kids and me, first down.
We get down inside the 10 here. I think we might see this sideline start to pump up a little bit and get going and get a little motion behind them. They need to get in this game mentally.
You're kidding me. My apologies to them. So first and 10 from the 34.
Barnes in motion, takes the pitch. He's got a guy right on him, but he spins out of it again. Going to be a no gain.
They've done a pretty good job on that little sweep play to Barnes.
I have to think their Barnes averaged about 130, 150 yards a game there for a couple of games in a row. I have to think teams are catching on to that and watching Barnes. So at some point you got to switch up maybe what you're doing with him. It's become just a little bit predictable.
I'm a little curious why Humphreys is not in the game, though. He's been out for the last about half of this series.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's gotten hurt, but Brooks is doing a good job filling in for him, and Wright's going to keep this one on a nice little fake and get about 5 yards there. I'm just happy that the refs are keeping their flags in their pocket for the moment.
I agree.
It's 3rd and 6.
So 3rd and 6 with 2:09 left to go in this third quarter from the 34 or 30-yard line. Gibbs is trailing 7-0.
I bet these refs play a heck of a cornhole game where they're tossing them flags around. Barnes in motion. Dalton back to pass. He's got a man. He's going to try for it.
It looks like it may be picked off.
Picked off there. Yeah, so
a turnover by the Eagles. And
yeah, he had a man in single coverage, but the thing with Dalton Wright's pass is it's just a little bit too high. It allows too much time to elapse before it actually gets where it's going to happen. Good job by the defender trying to go, or the wide receiver going up trying to play defense, but he was unable to break it up. So at this point, you got to view it as a good punt.
Yep, so Gibbs turns the ball over with 1:43 left to go in this third quarter. Seymour will have it on the 6-yard line, 1st and 10. I hate to turn that over, though, eh?
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want. I mean, we weren't in a punting situation. It's not like that was a 4th down play. But we have pinned them back. The biggest thing you want to watch now is you want to watch that draw play up the middle, watch that little screen pass they like to throw, and not let anything get too far downfield.
Yep. We're going to take a quick break here, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Clear Springs will be hosting a revival with evangelist C.T. and Becky Townsend on October 14th through the 17th. During the revival, the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir and Orchestra will provide the special music during each service. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today.
Welcome back to Gibbs High School, where the Eagles are trailing 7-0 to Seymour.
They're going to run that little draw play right up the middle, not much doing. So what we've got to hope for, Tim, here is we got to hold them.
Yep.
And we got to get field position. They've been punting away from us all night, so I don't look to get a return, even if we get that outcome. I mean, it's got to happen first. But
well, what you don't want to do here, if you're Gibbs, is to allow a long established drive by Seymour and for them to put points on the board.
I think it's going to take us everything that's left to get 2 scores in. Otherwise, if best case scenario, we may tie it up and play for overtime. But I'm just not seeing the hype that I'm used to seeing on this Gibbs sideline right now. They're just the Reds licked off their lollipop, and we're going to get 5 yards against us right there for jumping. So what's 2nd and 8? Now's going to come 2nd and 3, and likely the same thing with 3rd down if you get it.
After the penalty, it's 2nd and 3.
Well, the bad news too is that Gibbs is in a position tonight where they could take advantage of some other scores. I mean,
yeah, they definitely, and it takes a little pressure off in some of these other games, but you got to have a win right here tonight. You're shooting yourself in the foot, and that's what kills me. You come out here and you get beat by a team that's obviously better. That's one thing, but when you do that stuff right there, hopefully that's on the Seymour. Yeah, so they're gonna get that 5 yards back. Oh, I'll tell you what, he was clearly offsides. He must not have heard the snap count because he was in the Gibbs secondary. I don't know what our record for penalty yards is this year, but I have to think we're approaching it.
I would have to agree.
In the Gibbs game. So Gibbs showing pressure up the middle, and they're going to give it, and it's going to be run outside, and
he's going to drag those guys for about 3 or 4 yards more from the initial contact.
So we've got 3rd and 3. They've got a good 3-yard back, so you don't feel real confident right here.
Well, that will end the third quarter. Seymour up on Gibbs 7-0. We're going to flip ends on the field, and we'll be right back, folks.
Thanks for tuning in and watching our broadcast tonight. I'm Justin Pratt, the senior pastor at Clear Springs Baptist Church. Generally, on Friday nights in the fall, you can find me under the lights somewhere in East Tennessee on a football field. But on Sundays, you can find me and my family here worshiping at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We want to invite you and your family to join us too. Sunday school, 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings. Sunday morning worship at 10:15. Sunday nights we gather at 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays at 6:30. This is my personal welcome for you and your family to visit us at Clear Springs Baptist Church.
Welcome back to Ernest Whited Stadium, where we're beginning the fourth quarter here between Seymour and Gibbs. Seymour up on the Eagles right now, 7-0. They're going to have it 3rd and 1 from the 15-yard line. If you're just joining us, we'll call it the Tide Bowl, I guess, because we had so much laundry on the field.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's definitely, and it's getting a bit ridiculous. Some of it deserved, some of it a little bit petty from that point. That's going to be a first down for Seymour.
Some scores of interest. Central is up on Carter right now in the third quarter, 20-7. South Dole is up on Halls in the third quarter, 31-3. And that's probably the most interesting one to Gibbs is the Halls game because they're tied right now for 3rd in the region.
Yeah, you can't look past this game though.
That's true.
We've got to get through here. We've got to finish strong. At this point, as long as time as it takes Gibbs to score, you got to be almost playing for overtime now. Let's just try to hold them, stop them from scoring. Let's tie it up and maybe get some things going. The pass game we just not seemed to have been there. I'd like to see a little more short passes from Gibbs, some slants, some anything inside 10 yards. Maybe try to pull them off our run game a little bit. We've got a player down.
It is number 23. That's their running back who's slow to get up. He took a pretty good shot there. Gibbs defended that well, but gave him a good shot.
Yeah, they've got Harris coming back in though. He's a load, so they're a lot like Gibbs. They have no shortage of backs.
Yeah,
they got guys that can carry the ball. So clock's still ticking. That's the thing that's getting me right now.
Yeah, so they'll have it 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line in the fourth quarter here. 10:41 left to go in the game.
Same play. Oh, no, that's a pass, and he dropped it.
Yep.
Want to take just a second here, Tim. I'd like to recognize Kevin and Keaton Roach, manning the camera for us. Ross the Logos, manning the camera for us tonight. As always, Jared Kidwell, who puts all this together. None of this would be possible without him, but without these guys either. Just thank the whole crew. David Savage is out on the 10-day vacation, I believe, this week. He normally works the camera for us, but just want to thank these guys. It's a thankless job, but they do a fantastic job at it.
Yep.
So we got.
We'll take a second also to mention we got a revival coming up at Clear Springs, October 14th through the 17th, 10:15 and 6 o'clock on the 14th, and at 7 p.m. the 15th through the 17th. So love for you to join us.
All right, so Gibbs has got them in a 4th down situation here, punting the ball back. So that's what we want right now.
Yep. Get them off the field. You've got 10:21. Still plenty of time in this game. You just want to, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, and right now that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, and it's become ridiculous. So
I think there's going to probably be a lot of laps run this week. I don't know if I would like to be.
Not a good week to be an Eagle for sure if you're on the practice field.
Yeah.
Looks like we got Barnes back here. They've been kicking away all night. I don't look to get a return, and it's been low kicks, really not returnable. That one's high. That's going to play to Gibbs' favor. We're going to have about the 35-yard line, looks like.
Yeah, it looked like the punter was a little bit slow on that delivery. You just, I don't know if he got complacent back there and took too much time or what, but.
So you got to break right here.
You do.
You got to break. You got to capitalize on it. 34-yard line. I think that's their best starting field position of the night. So we've.
You hope that the coach has pulled them together and said, "Look, guys, we've been penalized to death tonight. We're only 7 down. Still plenty of time. Let's go ahead and do what we know how to do."
We're up to 112 yards in penalties right now.
And again, Ethan Humphreys is not in the backfield. For the Eagles.
He's on the sideline with his helmet off, Tim, so I had to think there's something wrong. I had to think he's strained something, pulled something, something going on with Ethan for him to be out.
But Brooks is doing great so far.
Doing a great job filling in. We saw Brooks early in the year, and he run well, and then they kind of got into a dose of Humphreys there for a few games. So we'll check into that as the week progresses and see what was going on. Flag on the field, probably going to be offsides on Gibbs. Yeah. So jumping. What are we going to do? I mean, the only thing I know to do is go down there and try to get all the flags from the refs. Take their hats off their heads. I don't know. That's their only saving grace. If I'm coach, I'm pulling them over 1-to-1 trying to pickpocket them.
Well, this is where your seniors need to step up and say, "Look, guys, get your head in the game. Let's make sure we know our assignments. We're better."
Well, we're in 4-down territory, 4th quarter. So it's going to be a jet sweep here coming around. Well defended by Seymour, a loss of 2 to 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and long, but I have to think the coach is going for it right here all day long.
You'd like to try to make up half of that, though. You'd like to get it in a 4th and 5, 4th and 6, maybe.
I think we got 2 downs to get it. So I don't like the passing game at this point with the results that we've seen. So we're stuck with what we got unless they've got some kind of different route options to run.
So Gibbs is going with a little different look here. Barnes is in the backfield, but be interested to see what they do here.
The pitch is going to be to Barnes, so he's got room. But he's going to get it close to 4th and 8, 4th and 9, something like that. So going to gain 5 or 6 yards. I like the play design. A little bit slow developing there. I think they didn't account for one of the guys that stayed at home for Seymour, so they tried to bring him this way with a man in motion, and he stayed at home.
Yep. So it's going to be 4th and 9 from the 32-yard line, 33-yard line. This is a big play right here for Gibbs.
Yeah, I like what Coach tried to do there. It's a different look than we've seen. But again, it just didn't work. So we got Brooks back in the backfield. I have to think that we're going to try something around the edge here. Going to be to Barnes, reverse.
Reverse pass.
Oh, we got a flea flicker, and it's
He's open. He's open. That's a touchdown for Gibbs.
Yeah, baby. That's awesome. A Booyah's big play right there.
Yeah.
W's big play. Excuse me. I got
Booyah and W's.
Whatever. I was craving a chicken wing.
It's a W's big play.
Yeah, so we're an extra point away from tying this up. Pittman's been pretty solid all season. He's had an ankle injury earlier. Want to hope that he can get a good kickoff right here. And not literally a kickoff, but a good extra point off and tie this up. I think Gibbs has got a little pep in their step now.
Kick is down, kick is up, and it looks good to me.
It is good.
It is good.
Tie ball game, Tim.
So the Eagles are tied with the Eagles, 7-7, 7:48 left to go in the game. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On Saturday, October 27th, Clear Springs will be hosting our annual Trunk or Treat on our campus located in the Gibbs community. The event will be from 6:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. Cars will line the parking lot and folks will be giving out candy. And lots of candy during that 2 hours. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net.
Welcome back to Gibbs High School at Ernest Whited Stadium. If you're just joining us, been a lot of penalties in this game, but right now we got a tie ball game with 7:48 left to go. If you know anyone that's not watching the game right now, be sure to share our broadcast. We've got a great game here.
Good return there by Seymour. That's not what we wanted. It was a good kick by Gibbs. It just they had a good return on. You got to lock it down right here, Tim.
You do.
That's definitely not the return we wanted. We talked about special teams a lot, and we talked about the improvement that we had in it last week, and here we are right here when we really needed to kind of pin them back. We kicked one right up the middle, and they brought it back right up the middle. So
thing about it is we probably have penalties to get them to this point anyway. So
yeah, that's true. 117 yards and growing.
So first down from the 45-yard line for Seymour.
Little wishbone here out of Seymour, out of the shotgun. And that's read well by Gibbs. Going to be actually probably a loss of a yard.
Yeah.
So
great play by the defense.
They picked up on that up the middle run that was hurting us the whole first half. Seymour's done some things well to counteract that. So just got to lock it down right here for Gibbs, and you've still got time to get the ball back and score.
Right.
If we can avoid the penalties. Gibbs trying to get the fans in the game, trying to get them hyped up.
So 2nd and 11 from the 46-yard line for Seymour. 7:03 left to go in the game.
Seymour trying to draw Gibbs off sides there. Got big number 20 taking the ball, going to fall forward for about 1.5 yards. Not much doing there.
Another good defensive play, and also good discipline by the defense not to fall for that. You don't want to give them a free 5 right here.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to get that free 5, and they'll probably try for it again here, so you've really got to watch that.
Yeah, but it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 from the 45-yard line.
6 minutes left. If we can get the ball back, we've got time to score, Tim, and not have to worry about playing this for overtime. The good thing is Gibbs has got a little momentum going their way right now.
Yeah, look like they got a little more energy right now too.
Playing off these wideouts, I don't like that. I'd like to see them playing a little closer up on them in a 3rd down situation. You give up that quick pass, pressure on the quarterback, and almost picked off.
Defensive play. That's a W's big play there by both the rusher and the defender in the backfield.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give credit to we're gonna get credit for Alex Mays on that, putting a tremendous hit on the quarterback.
Well, that was a textbook hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, and causing that bad throw, because that throw was just a little bit underthrown. So now you're gonna have Barnes here hoping to get a return. He's electric if they'll kick it to him.
Now, if Gibbs, obviously what you want to do here is try to have a nice sustained drive, shorten this game up, don't give them a whole lot of time, but still you got to score.
I'm looking for a botch snap over the kicker's head right here, Tim.
That'd be nice too.
Almost
caught it.
Almost got it. So he did get a decent kickoff though, and it's gonna take a Seymour. Yeah,
Barnes
take a Seymour bounce. He's a little too close to that.
Yeah, Barnes needs to get away from that ball.
Yeah.
Rolls dead at the 18. There's a marker on the play.
We do have a marker. Imagine that.
Surprise, surprise. I feel like Gomer Pyle. Let's hope that that's against Seymour, really.
Well, the referee was waving his hand backwards toward Seymour, but
see what the
I'm thinking if I'm Gibbs, I'll take the penalty.
Got a conference right here.
So it looks like they're talking to him, maybe a sideline warning.
I don't know if they're talking about dinner or what out there on the field. Maybe they're thinking about going to W's. I don't know.
Coach Turner is arguing with the referee quite a bit here.
Well, I don't blame him. I'd go down there and argue with him myself.
So if this is
Gibbs doesn't have players on the field right now. They're waiting to see what's going to happen here. Waiting to see what's going to happen myself. Need another football here.
So it looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Turner's still upset. I don't blame him. Got his hat off. He's wanting to pull a Spurrier. Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be another sideline warning. It's going to result in a half the distance penalty.
So preliminary indications here, it's going to be a sideline penalty and maybe half the distance to the goal for the Eagles.
Upside of that, it's going to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, as long as you're not giving them free yards.
Well, we did. We gave them free yards, but it's just getting to the point it's ridiculous. I've not seen anything on this sideline, Tim. They're not out on the field. If Coach is, it might be just a step. It's just maybe they've not thrown a flag in a while.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just want to throw it.
Maybe they didn't get to the gym today, get some arm workout in or something like that. I don't know.
They're killing me, Smalls. So we got Brooks up the middle here. Found him a hole and going to get all that yardage back.
Some players down. Oh, yeah.
2 of them. He's making his mom and dad proud here on senior night. I know Daniel Brooks is proud of that boy.
Absolutely.
We've got a Seymour player down in the backfield there. I'm not sure how many yards Brooks got on that play, but he carried 2 defenders for about 10 of them.
We started on the 9, if I'm not mistaken, so we got about 23 yards out of that.
10 of them with 2 defenders on his back.
Well, there is a player down for Seymour.
Yeah, we got to hope that he's all right. Coach is keeping the players back. Apparently the players they felt like were too close, but I really didn't see anything on there.
While they're checking to him, tending to him, we're going to take a real quick break. Don't go anywhere. Again, share our broadcast. We got a good one. We'll be right back, folks.
Avalon is a unique company as we are family-oriented and staffed by the best lawn care specialists in our area. With over 20 years of experience in the green industry and a degree in production horticulture from Walter State, Russ DeLugas, our owner, prides himself on customer service and experience. Avalon is your one-stop shop for all residential and commercial lawn and landscape needs. Contact us today, and soon you too can experience the Avalon difference.
Welcome back. The young man from Seymour is walking off under his own power. But Gibbs has got it 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. 5:48 left to go in this game with a tie ball game. Seymour 7, Gibbs 7.
I got a feeling you're going to see a little Brooksy at the middle right here.
I agree. He's been running well for the last.
And that's the call, but they read it well. Going to give him credit for about a yard there.
Yep, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. But the good thing is clock's running. This game's getting shorter. It's getting shorter.
Well, and you know, Coach wanted to control the clock. We've got 25 minutes, 23 seconds time of possession to Gibbs versus 16 minutes and some odd seconds for Seymour. So that we're doing. It's just the penalties are killing us. Here we got Dalton Wright going to fake to Brooks and carried himself up for 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of yards short of the first down, maybe a good yard and a half short.
Making me a little nervous. Got that ball out there just a little far.
So 3rd and 1. This is an important play right here to continue this drive.
I think you're going to see Brooks. I really do.
I'll be interested to see if Dalton Wright just keeps it. Nope. Brooks
is going to have that. As long as he can hang on to that football. You got to blow the whistle now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. This is where you get somebody hurt whenever you don't do that. So
it seems like, and I don't know if that's something they're trying to do in high school, is let them play a little longer. I don't like it at this level. You're just asking to get somebody hurt. Nonetheless, that's a first down. You're kidding me. In the IGA parking lot here off Tazewell Pike.
Yep.
So real thankful to have them on board. Thankful for all of our sponsors. We've got Rambling Gals Boutique. We've got Avalon. We've got IGA. The You're Kidding Me. We've got W's. Miller Brothers. There goes Brooks again,
yeah, Brooks
lowering that shoulder.
It's about a 15-yard gain on that play.
Yeah. So, but W's big play there, 15 yards by Isaiah Brooks.
And another You're Kidding Me first down.
Yes, sir. So Gibbs moving the ball on what's likely to be their last possession, Tim. If we don't capitalize on this, we're probably not likely to get it back. And even if we do, it would take a huge play to score for Gibbs. So
you just don't want to turn the ball over here. That's the big thing.
And it's going to be Dalton Wright keeping it with a nice play fake. I think he fooled everybody there for about 10 yards.
Yeah. It's going to be real close to the first down.
I do not like that spot.
I don't either. And the referee on this side actually was stepped up to the 35, and then he stepped back.
At some point, you got to tell the other guy, hey, man, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I got a better angle on it. But the ref that gave us the cruddy spot there actually had a better angle on it. He's just blind. That's the same guy I've been talking to all night. I got some reading glasses in the truck that'll help him.
So 3:30 left to go in the game. A tie ball game. 2nd and 1 from the 36.
We got a timeout Seymour here.
That might be their second timeout of the half.
I believe it is.
So while they're taking a timeout, we'll take one with them real quick. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Clear Springs will be hosting a revival with evangelists CT and Becky Townsend on October 14th through the 17th. During the revival, the Clear Springs Baptist Church Choir and Orchestra will provide the special music during each service. For more information, please visit our website at clearspringsbaptist.net. We hope to see you there.
And all of his love.
Welcome back to Ernest Whited Stadium. I think this is officially one of those slobber knockers.
I don't know what it is, Tim, but the Gibbs sideline finally getting a little hype to it, getting a little pep in their step. All the players seem to be on board with now. They really believe they've got a chance. I don't know where they've been all night, but they're here, and we've got Dalton Wright for a sneak up the middle to get that first down off a bad spot we got to play before.
Yeah, but keeps the clock moving, gets them a first down. You're kidding me, first down. And 3:19 left to go in the game. Tie ball game, 7-7.
I think at this point, Tim, the clock has to become an issue. You want to use it, but at the same time you need it.
Right.
Because it's a tie ball game. So we don't want to run out of time while we're moving the ball, but we want to use as much as possible. So that gets tricky sometimes. And so you
handoff goes to Brooks there.
That kid is impressive tonight. He's impressive. Good, solid 5-6 yard carry there.
I'm telling you, he runs a lot like Humphreys, doesn't he?
He does. He does. And it's one of those things where you could – I think Gibbs has got a handful of backs that you could say this guy could be the starter, that guy could be the starter. You know, just very blessed to have what we've got. Brooks seems to line up a little bit closer to the quarterback than Humphreys did. And I think I like it. He's getting to the hole a little faster, and he's getting to that second level, and he is dragging two guys again down to about the 11-yard line. So
I'll tell you what, you got to put him as a candidate tonight for player of the game. You have to.
I think that what's getting it is him lining up just a little bit closer, being a step closer to the hole. He's just getting there. He's reacting before Seymour's defensive line can get up and start their play.
Yeah.
So
walking with a little strut there to the line.
I'd be walking with a strut. I'd be out there like a cocked rooster, man. Just tail feathers stuck out. Having a good game tonight. Just hold on to that ball for me, Brooksy. So he gets it again. Going to go forward for about 3 or 4 yards. So we can get a first down without scoring. That's very important right here, especially with the style of offense that Gibbs runs.
So if you're Gibbs, would you think about here moving it more back toward the middle of the field? Are you close enough to maybe put it on the shoulders of your kicker to get you a win here?
We worry about that at third down right here, Tim. We've drawn them off sides, so we're going to have about a 2nd and 1 with Brooks the way he's run. Is there any question what play you call?
Oh yeah, give it to Brooks. So it's going to be 2nd and 1.
Maybe 2. I could have been wrong there. That's a long one.
It's a real long one.
Got it placed just outside the 4-yard line there, so need to reach just inside the 3 to get the first down. Brooks has got the ball. No, nice fake by Dalton Wright.
Touchdown, wow. Dalton Wright.
Awesome play. He faked me out on that one.
Yeah, that was a great play. W's, big play, touchdown, Eagles. They take the lead right now with 1:16 left to go. Obviously, this is an important extra point. You want to make sure that you don't
want to leave yourself vulnerable.
Right.
First things first, let's knock this through, then let's play special teams on the kickoff.
Kick is up. Low line drive.
No good.
No good.
So you put yourself in a spot right here. You got to play good special teams. You got to play good defense.
But here's the thing: you got to stop them no matter what. You can't let them score. Obviously, if they score, they have a chance to win. But you want your defense to come out. You want them to play tough and force them. You got to get pressure on the quarterback. You can't let him just sit back there and pick you apart.
Well, I want that extra point, but it goes back to like we talked about earlier. It's high risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you get the pressure, you get the sack. That's awesome. If you don't get the sack and you've committed too many guys with a young secondary, leave yourself vulnerable for a big play. So if I'm Gibbs, first things first, we've got to secure this kickoff and play a little bit better on this return. They ended up with about a 40-yard return, I think, last time on us. We're very fortunate to hold them and get out of that.
So set the stage here. We got 1:16 left to go. Gibbs is about to kick off. Really don't want to give up a big play here.
I almost kick it out of bounds, Tim. But that's going to be a great play for Gibbs if they can get down there and get on him.
Great job by the special teams.
Good, that's what we wanted. Took about 6 seconds off the clock, so I don't know what the Seymour return man was thinking by letting that ball hit the ground. You got to catch that. If I'm his coach, I'm on him. You got to catch that.
Yeah, so again, to set the stage here, we've got 1:10 left to go in the game. Gibbs winning 13-7. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line, so Seymour's going to have to go 91 yards to tie this ball game up and have a chance to win it. That's a tall order to do in 1:10.
Let me recap the game here for you, Tim.
Penalties.
Gibbs, 15 penalties for 126 yards. That's it. That's your game recap.
They moved on that play and they missed it.
Good play by Gibbs, securing that tackle in the field of play. Now, Seymour's only got 1 timeout, so they burned 2 timeouts in this half, so that plays into Gibbs' favor. Another interesting stat, I believe the headlines judge has got the most flags this game.
So we got a
Gibbs in the backfield.
odd play here.
I believe that's
going to be a fumble.
Yeah, we've got a replay here on that.
There's no signal yet.
Here's the replay here. Bryson Schoen recovers that. Let's see what happened. This was a
No
botch
signal.
snap.
We got a beanbag on the.
I believe that was a clock play. Clock play. So they're going to give him credit for the clock play on that.
It's first down Gibbs. They signal first down for the Eagles.
He was trying to spike it. Looked like it may have hit his own man, maybe. I believe that the back judge had it there, but I don't know if he hit his own man with that or what. But either way, the refs have confirmed it. Gibbs ball.
Yep. So our producer has picked out here that it looks like they were trying to spike it to stop the clock,
and it hit his own
fumbled
man.
it.
Hit his own man.
Fumbled it. Wow. So Gibbs is getting in victory formation
so
here.
that makes it a live ball. Yeah.
It does. Wow. So Gibbs is going to get out of here with a win. And while I don't have the score in front of me right now, Halls was getting beat by South Dole. And so Gibbs is on the leg up going into next week Hall's game. That's going to be pretty much for a playoff spot just about, or most likely for a playoff spot.
Yeah. Again, want to thank our crew. Want to thank Ross Logos, Kevin and Keaton Roach and Jared Kidwell putting all this together. And remember, again, we've showed it a couple times tonight. Becky and CT Townsend going to be here. If you have a home church, that's great. Come on Monday. Something you don't want to miss. Check them out online. We appreciate you guys attending. We appreciate you sharing. We got a backflip going on here by a Gibbs player. That was awesome. But good night tonight, Gibbs.
Yeah. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us. Again, we're going to be broadcasting from Halls next week. We'll be doing the Halls game. Be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be a great game. But I don't know what else to say at this one. We need to do the player of the game. I don't think it's any question who we need to kick.
Yeah, it's Isaiah Brooks.
Yeah, absolutely. He had a great second half. We hope Ethan's all right. And so Gibbs family practice player of the game is going to be Isaiah Brooks. And
90 rushing yards, most of them in the second half.
Yeah, congratulations to that young man. Again, folks, we'll see you next week. If you don't have a home church, please come see us. We have Services start in the morning on Sunday mornings at 10:15. Services on Sunday night at 6 p.m. and then on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Again, love you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
On behalf of the entire crew of the Clear Springs Sports Network, we want to thank you for tuning in and watching tonight's game. Our purpose in doing this is a labor of love for this community. We love our students. We love our families. We want to invite you, if you need a place to worship, to come and be with us. Thank you again for watching tonight's game. Tune in again.